All right, let's dive right in with a question that sounds simple, but the answer, well, it's pretty mind-bending. What would actually happen if every single person on Earth jumped at the exact same time?
Okay, so picture this. All 7.8 billion of us. We get on a conference call, we count to 3, and we all jump. At the exact same instant. Could we do it? Could we actually shake the planet, maybe, I don't know, knock it off its axis? Well, let's find out.
So, to really wrap our heads around this, we gotta talk a little physics. You've seen an ice skater, right? When they're spinning and they pull their arms in, they suddenly speed up. That's because they're bringing their mass closer to their center. Well, believe it or not, the Earth kind of works the same way. If you shift a huge amount of mass around, you can actually change how fast our planet spins, and that changes the length of our day.
And look, this isn't just some textbook theory. This stuff actually happens. Remember the massive earthquake in Japan back in 2011? That thing was so powerful, it literally shifted parts of the Earth's crust. It moved enough mass around to shorten every single day since then by 1.8 microseconds. Now, that's a tiny amount of time for sure, but it's a measurable change, all from one single event.
Okay, so if an earthquake can do that, what could we do? For this experiment to work, the first step is we've got to get everyone together. I mean, everyone. Let's imagine assembling all of humanity in one single spot.
We're talking nearly 8 billion people, all in one place, ready for the biggest, most coordinated jump in history. But, hold on a second. Logistically, where do you even put 8 billion people? And this is going to blow your mind. You'd think we'd need a whole country, maybe a continent, right? Nope. Believe it or not, if every single person on Earth stood shoulder to shoulder, the entire human race could fit inside the city of Los Angeles. Just let that sink in for a second. That's an incredible picture, isn't it? All of us packed into one city.
All right, so we're all here, we're in LA, the countdown happens, 3, 2, 1, jump! We all leap about a foot in the air, and now this is it. This is the main event. It's our collective human force versus the absolutely colossal, sheer scale of planet Earth.
But here's where we hit our first little problem. As a species, our combined mass, it's like a whisper in a hurricane compared to the mass of the Earth. It really is a David and Goliath situation. Except, in this story, Goliath is an entire planet. That's some tough odds.
So what happens? Does the Earth move? Well, technically, yes. As we all push off the ground, Newton's laws say we have to push the Earth away from us. But the amount it moves it's so small, it's almost funny. The planet moves less than 1/100th the width of a single hydrogen atom. I mean, for all practical purposes, that's nothing.
Oh, and here's the real kicker. The moment we start falling back down, gravity just pulls us and the Earth right back together. So that tiny, almost non-existent distance we pushed it away, it's immediately erased. The grand total effect on Earth's position in space is a big fat zero. It's like a perfect cosmic reset button.
Okay. So we can't really move the planet. Fine. But what about the landing? Come on. Nearly 8 billion people hitting the ground at the same time, that's got to create a massive shockwave, right? Like a huge human-made earthquake.
Well, people have actually tried this on a smaller scale. There was an event where 50,000 people jumped at once. The result? It registered a measly 0.6 on the Richter scale. You wouldn't even feel that. It's not even a tremor. Compare that to the 9.1 magnitude monster that hit Japan. Yeah, we just don't have that kind of seismic power.
But wait, what about the raw energy of the impact? I mean, somebody did the math, and if just the population of China jumped, the landing would release the same amount of energy as 500 tons of TNT. Now that sounds like a lot, right? But it's really all about perspective.
Because that 500 tons of TNT, it's like a tiny little firecracker going off next to a mountain. Especially when that mountain is a planet that weighs over 6 sextillion tons. Yeah. The Earth, it just wouldn't even notice.
And hey, here's a quick little fun fact for you. Totally unrelated, but cool. The word decimate, it actually comes from Latin and originally meant to remove just 1/10 of something. Kinda neat, right? Okay, anyway, let's get back to our real power here.
So it kind of feels like our big group jump was a total bust, right? It did pretty much nothing. But this is where the whole story flips on its head and gets really fascinating. Turns out, we've been asking the wrong question this whole time. The real power isn't in all of us together. It's in each one of us, individually.
See, it all comes down to one of the most fundamental rules of the entire universe, Newton's third law. You've heard it before. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And this isn't just for rockets or pool balls. It applies to everything. It applies to you just sitting there right now.
So what does that actually mean for you? Well, the Earth's gravity is pulling you down, right? But here's the mind-blowing part. You are pulling up on the entire planet with that exact same amount of force. So when you jump, you are literally physically pushing the planet Earth away from you, and when you fall back down, you pull it right back toward you.
So think about that. Our big group jump didn't really make a dent. But every single time you jump, every step you take, every time you get out of a chair, you are physically moving the entire planet. Now, the effect is ridiculously small, yeah? Less than the width of a proton. But it is real. You are in a constant physical dance with the entire world.
So that's where we land. Our whole thought experiment, this idea of a massive collective jump, turned out to be surprisingly weak. But the truth is, our individual impact is way more profound than we probably ever imagined. You move the Earth with every single step. So the real question isn't what if we all jump, it's what are you going to do with that power?